Being just 22 years old, the Sacramento Kings player Keegan Murray has already made a name for himself in the world of basketball. And with that fame came some major cash. Murray's already rolling in millions. Where's he been spending all that money? Well, in this video, we'll find out all about Keegan Murray's net worth, properties, assets, and much more. Let's dive right in. Starting off with his estimated net worth. Keegan's road to millions didn't come that easy. Murray began his journey while playing for the Cedar Rapids Prairie and carried forward in his father's footsteps, who also played college basketball for Iowa. But he needed a really good scholarship offer to be able to pursue his dreams. So for that, he joined DME Academy in order to increase his weight and accuracy. All that hard work paid off when he got an offer he needed, and, well, the rest is history. The 22-year-old now holds an estimated net worth of a whopping $39.3 million. How did he manage that? Well, becoming the new face of the Sacramento Kings franchise definitely means some serious money. He was the number 4 pick in the 2022 NBA draft and is expected to turn things around and end the 16-year playoff drought for the Sacramento Kings. Being the number 4 pick meant that he got himself a 2-year contract with a $16 million deal. But that wasn't all. The deal also included 2 club options that stretched the deal to 4 years and $35 million. In his first NBA season, he earned about $8 million. With this amazing deal, he's now the 175th best paid NBA player this year. And by next year, he's going to be the 153rd best NBA player. But that's just all the earnings from his contract. There are other ways of earning as well when you're a new and upcoming NBA player. We're sure he's going to make millions through endorsements soon enough. Following up with his first purchase from that NBA salary. Being an NBA lottery pick still hasn't made Murray forget about his roots. The young NBA star came from an average American family with both parents working hard to put their kids through college. His mother worked for the University of Iowa Hospital and Clinics, and his father let go of his basketball coaching job to work in pharmaceutical medical sales. So they'd always prioritized their kids' futures. His mother revealed that for the longest time they kept putting off buying a new carpet for their house, and they still haven't. So growing up with those values, you can guess what Keegan wanted to buy from his first big paycheck. While speaking to The Ringer magazine, he revealed that he wanted to buy groceries when money would get deposited into his bank account. Yes, groceries. And what else does a millionaire want? Well, he explained he would want a better apartment. Before getting drafted, he's been living with his brother in Chicago. And now, with the move to California, he wanted his own space. But he didn't add much to the list. Another thing he'd been sharing with his twin brother was their car, a Chevy Impala. When his mother asked him what new car he'd get from the millions he'd been making, he didn't let his imagination run wild. He said he only wanted a newer Impala. With that, you can pretty much guess what fancy restaurants the rookie player would be going to. He's a huge burger fan and expressed how he tried the In-N-Out burger for the first time after visiting Sacramento. Let's take a look at all the dough Murray has spent on his fashion accessories. The Sacramento Kings player has been turning a lot of heads in the fashion game. When he showed up at the NBA 2022 draft at Barclays Center, he was dressed to the nines. He wore a gray suit, a black shirt, and a black tie, all from the global menswear brand Indochino. The brand personally invited 6 of the NBA draft picks, and each of them visited the showroom before to get their measurements taken and add any personal touches to their suits. Along with his suit, Murray also sported a Rolex Daytona watch on his wrist, which cost up to $250,000. For this whole look, Murray was picked by Ebony magazine for its best dressed at the NBA draft list. Apart from this, Murray's footwear game has also been attracting some attention recently. His pair of purple Nike Zoom GT Cut was selected as one of the best sneakers at the NBA Summer League. These were made for the basketball player exclusively, but any other Nike Zoom GT Cut has a retail price of $170, so it's really not that much. His Nike Kyrie 7 shoes that he mostly wore during the NCAA were also featured on Baller Shoes DB website, and they can cost up to $300. The 22-year-old has already created his own clothing line with the help of Zorak Athletics. This was after the NIL allowed college athletes to sell their own merchandise. With these fashion choices, we can tell that the NBA paycheck is in safe hands. Moving on to how the young NBA star spent his money on a noble cause. Apart from showing off his incredible fashion sense, Keegan Murray's clothes served as a much more noble purpose. In 2021, the young star sold his new clothing collection at Hy-Vee grocery store in Dubuque, and a portion of those sales went to the Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Fans lined up to get a chance to grab Keegan Murray's t-shirts and sweatshirts. The clothing line is also going to expand and include hats, jackets, and sweatpants. Speaking to the media, he explained that through this donation, he also wanted to spread awareness about the amazing job that the Children's Hospital was doing. The young NBA star made regular visits to children's hospitals to help out the staff and patients, but he explained COVID really prevented him from doing that last year. So he decided to raise money for it and give back to it in this way. Murray claimed that he especially wanted to use his gold shirts for this cause, as they would be sold at a much higher price. Hy-Vee has become the first store to sell his signature items, and with him becoming the new Sacramento Kings star, we're sure many other stores would be lining up to sell his apparel. And Murray, being the humble king we know and love, has assured his fans that this side of him would never change. He would always want to give back. Let's take a look at the crazy journey he's had. Keegan has been called a late bloomer by many critics, and they actually mean that literally. As a young high school freshman, he was often overlooked because of his height and weight. He was 6 foot and weighed 145 pounds, which was impressive by NBA standards. But he later had a crazy growth spurt, and by his sophomore year, he was 6'8". But he had to keep working on his weight. The Cedar Rapids star desperately needed a sports scholarship to continue his NBA dream, along with his twin brother. But he hit another roadblock when he was close to graduating. He didn't receive the Division I program offer from any other university apart from Western Illinois. That was a moment that could have put an end to his career, but he played it cool and changed up the long-term plan he had made in his head. Instead of going to college, he trained at the DME Academy in Florida for a year and waited for a better offer. His brother Chris also moved with him to Florida along with his mother. His parents scraped enough money together to get both of their sons an agent, a trainer, and a performance coach. All these collective efforts finally paid off when he got a scholarship from the University of Iowa and also raised his weight to 215 pounds. And now he's become the first ever NBA lottery pick from the University of Iowa. What a journey he's had. Finally, let's take a look at Murray's preseason performance. Well, it looks like the 22-year-old, much like his early career, has to face another unexpected hurdle. Keegan was unable to play in a preseason game against the Phoenix Suns last Wednesday. It hasn't been revealed yet what the reason was, but it was health-related. Sacramento Kings have assured the fans that it's a non-COVID illness, so he should be back up and running. This has been the first absence from a preseason match by Keegan Murray. He did show up in the last 2 games and has 1 preseason game remaining, which will be against the Los Angeles Lakers. We don't know if he'll be able to attend that one just yet. But apart from this roadblock, Murray has had a pretty promising start so far. He's averaging 16 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Apart from that, he's also managed to score 16 points in every game. All eyes are on him to end the 16-year playoff drought for the Kings. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Keegan Murray's lifestyle and career so far? Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.